You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
WGPR Detroit, HD2.
The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Welcome to the Jeremeko Jones Report. This is your host, Dr. April Bonner and Jeremeko Edwards. How are you this morning, Mr. Edwards?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you for having me, April.
Absolutely. We're so excited to greet you all this morning here on Comcast, on Roku, on Apple TV. You can tune in every Monday in the 11 o'clock hour. We're going to be talking about your finances. It's the Jeremeko Jones Report, where we care about your money. Mr. Edwards, I'm so glad to introduce you to the community of Detroit. Tell us a little bit about how you got started.
Well, just real simple story. Just working in the factory. So I went from working at CVS. I was a stock person there. Then I went to Home Depot. I was a stock person at Home Depot. And then I went to the factory. My father said, get a good job in the factory with benefits and the whole nine. So I ended up in the factory driving a forklift.
Wow. And you soon discovered that it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. I love to hear you talk about the phobia of working in a factory with no windows, how you be there in overtime, mandatory overtime, and you at some point decided there has to be more freedom and more money for my life. How would you feel? How do you feel having people tell you that you're only worth 15 check the mic. That you're only worth $15 or $16 an hour. Mr. Edwards has an opportunity that he's going to be sharing with you that is absolutely going to change your life. Tell them, what is it that affected the life that you now live, making over $250,000?
So I was actually complaining about my job, going to the factory, having to be there at 6 a.m. And having to be there until 6 p.m. some nights. And it was just dusty and dirty, no windows. And so I was complaining about my job. And this guy said, hey, if you get your insurance license, you can make a lot of money. I wasn't skeptical. Some people are like broke and skeptical. I wasn't making that much money, so I wasn't skeptical. So I got my license. I went to my first meeting, and I met Andy Albright, one of my coaches. And he just said, if you help people and you help them with life insurance and you care about people, you can become a millionaire. Absolutely. And I said, okay, I'm in. Got my insurance license. And my first commission was $416. And from there, a few months later, that commission was about $10,000. And then my first year I made about $50,000. My second year I made about $70,000. Third year, $90,000.
Wow.
Then once I hit $100,000, it was just on and up from there. 150, 200, 250. I just kept going and going. And so now my life is completely different, and I have an opportunity to offer other people as well. So it's duplicatable. So what I did was not magic. It was just a system, and we can have other people, as many as possible, into the system with us.
Wow. Well, that's one of the reasons why we're so excited about this platform. We are heard on WHPR on 88.1 FM. You can catch us on Fridays at 4 p.m. But we wanted to make sure that we reached a larger net. We have our baby boomers that are home watching cable. And if you're like me, you're wondering, okay, now what about retirement? Did you actually plan that right? Did you calculate how much is it going to require for us to live comfortably in retirement? Well, I'm a 20-year mortgage banker that got together with an investment firm, a hedge fund group, and we started learning how to invest our money. And when I met Jeremeko, it was just a good fit for us to come together and create this platform in the Jones Report. Some of you may know the history of the Dow Jones. Well, the Dow Jones started when two people came together to build a newsletter. And that newsletter talked about the financial ins and outs of the business. It talked about new profit sharing ideas. It talked about new stocks and bonds. And so we decided to come together for our community. We want to make sure that you have people that you recognize, that you can relate to, that look like you, that can advise you on how to set up your retirement. Now, Mr. Edwards has a multiplicity of multi-billion-dollar companies that back his company. He is the CEO and founder of Edwards Life and Casualty of the Alliance Group. And that company is partnered with some of the largest names in insurance and investments. Tell them some of the companies that you work with.
So we work with Mutual of Omaha. They've been around over 100 years. We work with Forrester. So Mutual of Omaha is a $35 billion company. Forrester's, that's a smaller company, and that's around $13 billion. Our smallest company is Columbian Financial Group, and they're a $1 billion company.
Wow. Wow. So we're not talking about mom and pop in it here. We have offices in the Renaissance Center behind you. You see the beautiful historic Renaissance Center on the waterfront of Detroit. We have offices in West Bloomfield. So we want you to reach out to this wonderful, wonderful organization and let let Jeremeko Edwards Life and Casualty take you where you need to go. We want to take care of your money. Now, one of the biggest travesties I've seen is that many factory workers think, well, because I have a 401k, I'm okay, when actually you're not. When you do your research on a 401k, you'll find out that there are more fees associated with that 401k than you're going to make in the profit of what you'll make in the return on that money. So we want you to sit down with a professional. We want you to get, for a limited time, we are doing free financial needs analysis. He has a team of people, his assistant, Michaela, their team will get with you and set up an appointment. They'll even come out to your home. And we want to make sure that our viewers on WHPR, the viewers in the greater Detroit, Wayne County, Oakland County area, even across the country, we're able to service people in every state almost other than New York. So wherever you are, you want to get some people that you can trust in your kitchen table, around the Zoom camera, to help you figure out your finances, not just tomorrow, but in the next 5, 10, 20, and 30 years. Then you need to call the Jeremeko Edwards and Life and Casualty Corporation. So, Jeremeko, you have this company that is aligned with the Alliance Group. Tell us a little bit more about that there's actually some employment opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I was saying earlier, we have a system. And so whoever wants to change their life, if you have goals and dreams, excuse me, if you have goals and dreams and you want to pursue those goals and dreams and you're tired of just a regular 9 to 5, we put you in a position to where you could be your own boss. And so you just get a license, just like I did. You get your license from the state of Michigan, and then you apply to all of the different carriers that we have, Mutual of Omaha, Foresters. Of course, you got to have a clean background, no felonies, things like that. But so they're going to check all that. Once you get licensed, you're good to go. We hand you families for you to go see, and you just help out as many families as you want to. You can either make part-time, you can make an extra $1,500 a month on top of your income now. You can keep your job, or you can go at it full bore, and you can make $150,000, $200,000 full time, and you can quit your job. We leave that up to you. Whatever you want to do, our job is just to aid you in pursuing your dreams.
Absolutely. So there are so many different aspects of where we'll be taking you over the next weeks to come. But one of the things we wanted to cover is just the foundation today. We want to know, are you okay with your monthly income, that if anything were to happen, you were to get COVID-19 or for some reason have an accident, become disabled, would your household be able to survive for a good month, 2 months, 3, 4 months? All of those things are very relative in the day and time that we live in, Jeremeko. I mean, we've got COVID-19 that is wiping a lot of people out, and really we've gotten it down to maybe a 2 or 3 week recovery in most cases. But can your household handle that kind of interruption in your income? And so one of the other things that he offers is disability insurance. And tell us how that works.
So disability insurance, you can actually get covered to where if something happens to you, you can receive up to $1,000 to $2,000 monthly to replace your income, and you can still pay your bills.
Now, that would help me sleep a lot better at night, knowing that if anything happened, you're not just surviving on check-to-check income. Now, the next thing is we've got a lot of retirees out in the city of Detroit. We've got our big three. You either retired from Ford, you retired from GM, Chrysler, and you need to sit down with a professional. You need to find out and look into your 401k. We've got some other products that you may want to roll it over and let someone with integrity manage your financial affairs. A lot of times we find that when you're dealing with a retail broker, these are people that have an office way out somewhere. They're not thinking about you. I can still remember being at a restaurant with my girlfriend, Chantel Jackson. She's the daughter of Bishop Wayne T. Jackson. And we were at Nicola's having some barbecue and just relaxing. And an older couple, in fact, it was Chantel that introduced me to investing on the Forex market, investing in futures, in cryptocurrency. And an older couple overheard us talking, and they decided to interrupt us and introduce themselves. And they told us their story. And it was the saddest thing I'd ever heard. Here were two hardworking people, a husband that had set aside retirement for his wife and family. And he said that he got a call from his stockbroker, his investment manager, that told him, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Williams, but we lost $100,000 of your life savings." He said it to me just like that and hung up the phone. Listen, come on. We've got to get a better plan. Stop trusting these people. I have investment hedge fund group people that will put you back in the driver's seat of your money, where you can watch your money and take it out whenever you want. Mr. Edwards has a plan to help secure your money and help you build and maintain your money. Now, tell them about your Universal Life product.
So our universal life product, how it works is you're paying for insurance anyway. So the insurance company has they have a bucket to where they put extra money in for you that's growing interest. It's accruing daily interest. And so you can make up to 8% interest on your money, putting it into life insurance and building that interest. I mean, I have clients taking out tens of thousands of dollars from their policies.
Yes.
And they call me and thank me for setting them up like that because
Yes.
it's much needed money. And so that you have to pay for insurance anyway, you might as well put it in an IUL, an Index Universal Life. That way your accruing interest, in the bank, you put your money in the bank, now you're making less than 1%.
Absolutely.
So since you need insurance anyway, now if you're healthy, now you'd have to be healthy. So if you're healthy enough, you can get an Index Universal Life, and you'll build interest upon interest upon interest. Oh, and there's not only do you gain interest, but there's, what do you call it? I forgot the name of it, where it's like interest on top of interest.
Exponential compound.
Compound interest. There you go. The word would not come to my mind. Compound interest. Compound interest, they call that the seventh wonder of the world.
Yes. Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
like,
I
how do
agree
you get this
completely.
compound interest? And we have a vehicle that will give you this compound interest, what people are seeking and looking for.
Absolutely. In fact, that's exactly what the Global International Group does. We've networked with a hedge fund group that you can literally get your money out every Friday. They give you an opportunity to get paid. And we want to further you in all of these new arenas of finance and building wealth, but you've got to handle the basics. And the basics is, do you have a life insurance plan? Have you got at least $250,000 set aside for your family in the event of your death? Please remember that all of us will have to go by way of the grave. This is not something that's happenstance. It's not something that you're gambling with. This is a sure thing. It's going to happen, but will you be prepared? And do you know enough about the system to help manipulate the system? For instance, if you're young, 20, 22, 23, 28, and you have a child, there are policies that you can get for your children and even be able to borrow against those policies. There are life insurance, whole life policies that will act like your bank. You don't have to go kowtowing to a commercial bank and beg them for a loan to buy a new house. All you really need is your life insurance policy. Let that life insurance policy back you through the rest of your life. That's the kind of long-term relationship that you should have with your life insurance agent. And Mr. Jeremeko is the person that you can trust. He's got integrity. And so we want you all to get more information. You can actually reach him and his office, his staff, at which number?
You can reach our office 313-492-0052. And the office number is also 248-996-9600.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, no. 996-8500. 996-8500. Area code 248. You can also reach myself, 313-492-0052.
Absolutely. And you can always reach Dr. Bonner. You can actually email me at ladybonnerministries@gmail.com. We're concerned about whole communities. We're concerned about our over 60 group, but we're also concerned about our young people. You need to begin now building a life of wealth, gaining wealth. How powerful it would have been if I knew now at 50 what these 26-year-olds can do now in compounded interest. I mean, it's crazy. The kind of money that we're making in compounded interest, it is absolutely beyond belief. Your money should never be sitting in a bank where it is come to a screeching halt. There is no growth in your savings account. It's a total waste of your time and effort and money. So come on and let's get with some people that are going to educate you. One of the things I wanted to talk to Mr. Jeremeko about is him coming and his team being a guest at Making Money Monday nights. We're going to begin doing a community outreach where we'll be reaching out and giving some educational times where we can meet with you in person here at a local office on Myers and 6 Mile, and we can meet you, shake hands face to face, have his team there, have paperwork and laptops where we can look at your paperwork, bring it in. We'll be happy to sit down and look at your 401k, look at your current insurance, because, hey, we've all known those people that thought they had a life insurance policy and come to find out it was a joke. A lot of people have been taken advantage of. They have come into our communities, and people that didn't look like us, and we trusted them, and they did not explain accurately what we were getting. So a lot of you, especially our older residents, you signed paperwork for life insurance, and you've been paying for years. And you have no idea that that policy may only be for $3 or $4 or $5,000. Listen, my family used to own Queen's Chapel Funeral Home. You can't have a burial with just $4 or $5,000. The casket itself is going to cost you that. Come on now. So we want you to get in touch with us. You can reach me direct at area code 803-404-7538. And again, you can reach Mr. Jeremeko and his staff at which number?
At 313-492-0052 or the office number 248-996-8500.
We want you to get more information. It is very important that on this community station where we're all about educating our community, that you get what's really important, and your money matters. Your money matters. At the Jeremeko Jones Report, we care about your money. And isn't it time that you get some people that care about your money and not just want to take advantage of you? We care about where you're going, we care about where you've been, and we care about what we can produce for you right now. So do that for your children, for your family, for your grandchildren, for your surrounding community. We're even reaching out to pastors. We're willing to bring our team in and sit before your congregation of 2,000 and 3,000. And we're willing to set up a financial awareness workshop at no cost. And we will help you get the finances of your parishioners in order. It is so important that you're dealing with reputable companies and reputable people that you can trust amongst your constituents. So whether you're in the city of Detroit, whether you're in Oakland County, Washtenaw, wherever you are, wherever this is being viewed across the country, we have life insurance and financial products just for you. Because at the Jeremeko Jones Report, we care about your money. Tell us a little bit about, you made the statement, if you're healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you are one of the only companies I know that will actually insure people at 80 years old with fourth stages of cancer,
mm-hmm.
with HIV, with AIDS. Mm-hmm. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So we have products that take us. You can get covered up to age 85, and we cover for everything. So no matter what your illness is, like we have had people we called and they hung up on us saying nobody can help me. And we called them back and explained to them what we can do, and we go out and we help them. And we have people hug us, make us food, and they're so happy that we can help them because other companies cannot do what we can do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And speaking, and April, real quick, speaking of what you were saying about how we care, so sometimes you get past a certain age, as far as retirement, you don't have the time to lose the money that you could have if you were young. And so what we do is we do a financial analysis on what you have for retirement, and we look at the fees that you're paying, and we also look at the last time you've lost money in that account. Do you know that you're paying a person whether you lose money or not? So we here at Jeremeko Jones Report, we just feel like that's the wrong thing to do for a person, to lose their money in their retirement, and then you still have to pay them. And so what we do is we come on and we help you to find something where no matter what the market does, you do not lose money. So we have an index market account where we can put your money and you get stock market gains without the losses. And so we can rest our head at night knowing that we did the best thing for you, because the stuff I see out here is just amazing. Like when I look at people's policies and I see the fees that they're paying and the money that they've lost, and there's nothing they can do about it. Like she said about the $100,000, there's nothing he can do about it. Once it's gone, it's gone. You have to work that much harder to gain it back. So we care about people's finances. We care about your retirement. So please let us help you.
Absolutely. It's going to be an exciting time, an exciting journey. You make sure that you tune in every week with the Jeremeko Jones Report. And you'll see us again. Tune in on 88.1. We'll be on the radio here in the local Detroit area. And you can also catch us via the internet. Now, after next week, you'll actually be able to see Mr. Jeremeko Edwards on his own Roku channel as well. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll give you more information about that. And we're just excited to be a part of the WHPR and TV33 family. We love it here in Detroit. We love the beautiful Renaissance Center in the background. There is no place like Detroit. We love it, and we love you too. You have a great day, and we'll see you again the next time on the Jeremeko Jones Report. And remember, creating your wealth is our destiny. My name is Dr. April Bonner. This is Jeremeko Edwards of Edwards Life and Casualty, and we care about your money. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, you can reach me at Lady Bonner Ministries at gmail.com. You can reach Mr. Jeremeko Edwards at which email?
Mr. J. Edwards .naa@gmail.com.
Absolutely. So again, you have a wonderful day. Make it a great day. Make it a day that you are on top of your finances. We'll help you to get there. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on the Jeremeko Jones Report.